This morning, I want to read from I want to read from the book. Well, I had one from the book of John and one from the book of Jude. I guess I'll save Jude for tomorrow. Um, so First John 3:17 says, "If someone has enough money to live well and sees a brother or sister in need but shows no compassion, how can God's love be in that person?" And today, I'm grateful for all the blessings that God has given me. I'm grateful for life, health, strength, my family, my wife, my children. Um, I'm grateful for everyone here and to be here. Um, and feeling super grateful today for all the blessings that God has given me. You know, this particular verse, I mean, I guess it goes without saying what the author was trying to tell you. You know what I mean? Which is basically if you have enough money to live well and you see a brother or sister in need, but you show no compassion, how can God's love be in that person? And I think that we all, or everyone inside this room, knows exactly what he means by that. You know, my wife always is telling me because if somebody asks me for something, I'm a very free-handed person. And sometimes she would be like, that person might just go and spend that money on drugs, or they might just go and do this or that. But what I try to explain to her a lot of times is that the way that my the way that God works through me, right? Or the way that my empathy works is that it doesn't matter what somebody goes and do with what I bless them with. If that makes sense to everyone in here, like what choice you make with your free will to do with whatever I bless you with is all on you. But my intention was to my intention was through compassion, because when I saw you, I realized that that I may have more than you, or that you may need it. You understand? And at the end of the day, you know that decision to help someone out of compassion comes out of love. Love and compassion are like brothers and sisters. you know like they coexist with each other. You can't have love for somebody and not have compassion for them. you know like you like and it's funny that we saying this because um as a family over the Christmas, we were experiencing some internal issues, right? And certain members of my family wasn't getting along. And yesterday we found out that one of the closest friends of one of the family members, who wasn't really getting along with our clan, had passed. And they were basically right there when they had passed. And it was a very troubling moment. And my wife was like torn in between, like whether or not to reach out to them or not. And before she had even told me that she was torn, I had already reached out to them and I was like, "Hey, I'm so sorry that you went through this." You know what I mean? I pray in God's grace and mercy over you during this trying time. And I didn't do that as like a mean to get into a conversation with them or nothing. It's because even though we may not be getting along, I still love them and I still have compassion for them. I still feel their pain. I still know that they're hurting. So even though I may not want to speak to you right now, mainly because I don't want to say anything hurtful to you, I still have compassion for you in your life and I still have love for you, you know? And as a Christian, that is such an important trait, and that is such an important garment for you to wear wherever you go. Anywhere you go, you have to walk with compassion. Now, I ain't saying that you must dump everything off to everyone else and leave nothing for yourself. No, that isn't really how that works. But you have to walk through life with compassion, and you have to realize that when God has given you something, the only way for God to fill your hand is if you release what He has already put inside it. So you can't walk around with everything that God has given you, like you clutching it there to yourself, like, oh, but God gave me this and this was for me. No, that ain't the purpose of Him giving it to you. He gave it to you so that you could bless others. He gave it to you so that you could help people to be able to see that through Him, you were able to provide, you know? So I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I pray continuously that everyone in here is filled with God's love and compassion throughout this day. And if you have the opportunity to help someone, like I always tell everyone in here, if you, it is so many people that need help, and it ain't necessarily always money. If the only thing you could offer somebody is a smile and a good morning today, and you remind them, hey man, listen, God love you. I know you're going through it, but God loves you. That's enough. That is enough. And Carrie, thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak again. I love each and every one of you and have a blessed day.